In 2026, critics and audiences didn't just disagree, they went to war. Blockbusters critics called disasters became fan favorites. A grief drama critics adored put audiences to sleep. So we took the year's major releases and measured the gap between the Tomatometer and the audience score. These are the 10 biggest splits of 2026 so far, and number 1 is a record. At number 10, Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride, a Bride of Frankenstein reimagining with Christian Bale and Jessie Buckley. Critics, at 59, called it a tonally chaotic swing that never settles. Audiences, at 74, were 15 points kinder. It's a small gap, but a familiar one, an ambitious, messy vision that critics overthink and audiences simply enjoy. It still bombed hard, 90 million spent, 24 made back. Number 9, Emerald Fennell's Wuthering Heights, with Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. This one split critics against each other before it split them from the public. It's a provocative adaptation that takes big liberties with Bronte, and critics landed at a torn 57, arguing over the casting and the changes. Audiences, at 74, were more willing to go along for the ride. 17 points between the literary purists and everyone else. At 8, He-Man finally reached the big screen. Critics gave Masters of the Universe a measured 68, competent but a little corny. Audiences gave it 86%, the highest score in the 41-year history of the franchise. That's the pattern with long-awaited adaptations. The fans who kept a property alive for decades tend to show up already in love, grading on a curve of pure devotion. Number 7, and the first real superhero split of the year, Supergirl. Millie Alcock's debut as the Girl of Steel drew a lukewarm 54 from critics who found the film flat. Audiences were 21 points warmer at 75. But warmth didn't pay the bills. It made $116 million on a $180 million budget, a film audiences liked more than critics, and far more than the box office did. At 6, the eternal story of the video game movie. Critics called Mortal Kombat II a tacky fan service exercise, 64%. The fans, who came for the gore and Carl Urban's Johnny Cage, drove it to 87, 23 points. Game adaptations live and die on exactly this gap. Critics judge the film, fans judge the fidelity, and this time the fans got what they paid for. Number 5, Star Wars returns to theaters, and the split returns with it. The Mandalorian and Grogu earned one of the lowest critic scores of the Disney era, 60%, for playing it safe and small. And yet that same low-stakes, crowd-pleasing tone earned the highest audience score of any Disney-era Star Wars film, 87, 27 points. After a decade of divisive Star Wars, audiences just wanted comfort food, and critics wanted more. And now, at number 4, the whole year flips. Everything until now was audiences overruling critics. We Bury the Dead is the opposite. Critics adored Daisy Ridley's elevated zombie drama about grief, 88%, praising its restraint and its emotion. But audiences came expecting a horror movie, got a slow meditation on loss, and revolted, 47. A 41-point gap running the other way. This is what it looks like when critics love exactly what audiences did not sign up for. Number 3, and back to the audience side, the Scary Movie reboot. The Wayans brothers brought the franchise back, and critics buried it at 24, calling it lazy and dated. But nostalgia is a powerful drug. Fans handed it a 65 and opened it to a franchise-best $55 million. 41 points of pure critics don't get it, and we don't care. At number 2, one of the widest divides Disney has ever produced. The live-action Moana was branded one of the worst-reviewed remakes yet, 32%. Audiences set a franchise audience record at 90, 58 points. And here's the twist that makes it remarkable. Audiences loving it did not save it. It bombed, around 95 million worldwide on a $250 million budget. A movie the public called a triumph and the market called a disaster. And the biggest split of 2026 among the year's major releases, Michael. Antoine Fuqua's Michael Jackson biopic, with Jaffer Jackson playing his own uncle. Critics dismissed it as a sanitized greatest hits reel, 38%. Fans set an all-time Rotten Tomatoes audience record for a biopic, 97. 59 points, and roughly $1 billion worldwide. No film this year drew a harder line between the people paid to review movies and the people who actually buy the tickets. Here's the full battlefield, side by side. Two patterns jump out. First, the split runs overwhelmingly one way. 9 of these 10 are audiences overruling critics, almost always on a blockbuster, a remake, or a game adaptation. Second, the lone exception, We Bury the Dead, is the most interesting film on the board, the rare case where critics saw something audiences flatly rejected. Agreement is boring. This is where the real arguments live. A few worth flagging. Backrooms was the other big reverse split, and A24 critical darling some audiences found too ambiguous. And then the peacemakers, Project Hail Mary, Toy Story 5, and Obsession, where critics and audiences landed within a point or two of each other. No drama at all. So which side are you on? Tell us the film critics got most wrong in the comments. ReelTally turns real ratings data into a new ranking every month. So subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.